Good afternoon, guys. This afternoon, we got most of the units that were broken or had needed work to be done on them. Got them all out and stuff. So this afternoon, they brought us in a 2015 3500 HD dually that apparently went to limp mode. It won't do more than, I believe the coach said 55 or 65. I can't remember. And basically check engine lights on and other lights are on. So we're going to go ahead and check this one out real quick and see if we can troubleshoot and find out what the problem is and hopefully get to repairing it also. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check out the inside dash, see what it's showing. Well, guys, this is a vehicle in question. Let me go ahead and start it up, see what it does, and give me a second. Alright, guys, on this one, as you can see, this, oh, there you go, service exhaust fluid system. On this one, we're going to go ahead and scan it. I believe they already did, and what came out is the DEF fluid tank heater. It's somewhat common on these vehicles. So on this one, I'm not going to bring out the scanner. I mean, I already know what it is. I'm going to go ahead and start dropping that DEF tank. Right, I believe right now it's full, but I mean, it's only got like maybe 7-10 gallons, give or take. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that thing. I'm going to go ahead and take it apart, pull that DEF heater out of the tank, and hopefully tomorrow the new one comes in, and we'll go ahead and get to replacing this one and getting it back on the road. All right, guys, let me go ahead and start on the underside and start tearing this apart. On this one here, they had already started working on it. One of my co-workers, so they already took off the plastic cover off of the bottom of the DEF tank. So let's go ahead and look on the underside, and let me give you a little list of what I got to do to drop that thing down and tear it in, getting it off the vehicle. I guess, give me 1 second. Well, guys, that's your DEF tank. That strap, and there's another strap on this side. It's got two 13mm bolts holding the strap onto the frame. You undo the strap outward. On the other side, it's got like a little T-flange. You just raise it up a bit, pop it out of its crevice, and it comes right off. Tank itself, there is a hose. Let me see if I can show you real quick. That hose right there has got to come off. That's a fill hose. And then, of course, once you drop that tank a few inches down, you're going to see a harness and some other hoses connected to the actual tank that you got to remove before you can pry that tank off the vehicle. Let me go ahead and start tearing it down. All right. Well, guys, there's a DEF tank off the vehicle. I didn't show you guys this, but the connector that I was undoing is this one. It's got like a pull lever that'll actually allow you to disconnect this from the mating connector on the vehicle. This is the vent hose that I disconnected, and of course the supply hose off of here. DPF heater, we got to remove this cover. the pump itself, and then under this, it's very similar to a fuel pump. It's got like a plastic nut that you have to undo, pull out, and inside of it is canister, and the heater's built into it, little surge pump in the bottom, so on and so forth. But we'll get to that. I got to get all this cleaned up. We don't want any of this debris falling into the tank and contaminating the DEF fluid. So on this one, we almost have a full tank. I'm going to go ahead and dispose of this DEF fluid, and to clean out the tank real nice before I actually take it apart, and try and be super clean when I put it back together, so nothing contaminates inside of the tank. Slap it back on, and of course fill it up with DEF and test out the vehicle. Hopefully that'll take care of the problem. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Well guys, on this one we're going to take this little cover off. It's got zip ties holding it in place. We're going to remove the harness, move the pump out of the way so that we can get to the plastic nut, similar to a fuel pump on a car, but this is for a DEF heater. So we're going to go ahead and remove this, remove the pump, push it aside, get all this clutter out of the way so we can get to this ring and remove it. Alright guys? Well guys, let's look at what we got from O'Reilly's. That there goes is your DEF pump heater. Let's go ahead and get this one done. Well guys, when you send your pump in, pump has to go, there's a bottom little flange that'll receive it. You see these little pegs? It's got 3 of them. 2, and then there's another one over here on this side. 3. Those actually go in, and you actually have to twist the pump clockwise, maybe 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch, and you'll hear it lock into place. I mean, a pump doesn't fall in like a fuel pump that you just pop it in there and just the springs push it down. This one actually locks to the bottom of the tank, and then of course you put the ring on this one to kind of lock it into place. I replaced the gasket, the seal on top of it. So let me go ahead and insert this one. Like I said, I mean, once you get it in, you do have to twist to lock it into place. Alright guys. And just so you guys know, I mean, we didn't buy any special tool to get that ring off or on. This is basically, well, it is a special tool, but it's not meant for this. I mean, this is for fan clutch. This is to hold the pulley back while you remove or loosen up those fan clutches on these engines. We just kind of repurposed it, and we're using it for these rings also. So I mean, that kind of saved us a little bit because we didn't have to buy that special tool to undo these caps here. We use a radiator fan clutch tool. Well guys, we got the DEF pump in place. All you got to do now is walk it over to where the truck is at and install it. I'm going to go ahead and close the video off here. Well, now let me go ahead and get some of that installation process. I mean, I'm just going to go time lapse on it, and it'll just be quick. That way you guys can see that we actually did finish the unit. So let me go ahead and get this done. Well guys, the hardest part of this job was getting that hose and that clamp on that filler neck on the tank. It's a very tight space. We don't have that snap ring clamp plier tool, so I used a pair of elongated needle nose pliers, and it took me a little bit, but finally got it on there. Everything else, fuel tank is bolted up on the under the carriage, and all you gotta do is get that cover back on there. But first I'm gonna go ahead and start the vehicle, make sure that everything is fine, no leaks, no nothing, before I actually put the last final cover on there. I'm gonna go ahead and start this truck up. We still have that service engine light on, and the service exhaust fluid system. I'm going to take it out for a little spin. Hopefully it'll clear itself, and now we'll go ahead and plug it into the scanner, and we're going to have to run a regen on it real quick, and that'll take care of the issue right there. I guess that's how we replace the pump itself. But we still have a couple of little things we got to do to this one before we can finish it up. Hey guys, thanks for watching.